know how visible it is, so I'm going to zoom out and zoom in to try to show this. What it is the texturing since '74 has worn away in the wheel paths, particularly exposing the coarse aggregate at the surface. You can also see a decrease in the depth of the texture in the wheel paths as opposed to in between, and particularly as opposed to the outside to the inside lane, where very little loss of texturing has been observed. There are a couple of instances of aggregate pop-outs along here, although they are few and far between. We're in an area here where the texturing has lasted even less time than up where I was showing it before. I think maybe get a better view of it. You see how that is? You can see the dark aggregate there on the starting to appear on the surface. More so in the wheel paths than in between, and none or virtually none over there in the inside lane. Again, we're heading in the eastbound direction towards Savannah on Interstate 16. And here's a permanent marker I'm going to swing in and show. Station 2140+00 is 2 feet beyond station number 2. Moving on down just to get a feel for the test section as a whole. Maybe it's in good shape. It'll be interesting to see it, to contrast this with the cut section we have up ahead. Traffic should be about the same. There's not a whole lot of major truck generation. There's not one that you would suspect coming up between here and that other location. It's east of here towards Savannah. See Station 4 up ahead. You also see the tape going across the lane indicating the end of the test section. Approximately 110 feet ahead of where I'm speaking at right now. Again, there's really no structural distress. No transverse cracking has begun. No longitudinal cracking as we saw before. Keeping with our instructions to end it exactly at 500 feet, we ended right at a joint. So that's the way it is, folks. You can see we've got the skew there. It's about 1.8 feet per 12-foot lane width. I'll give a glance looking back upstream of the test section, towards the test section. To the west, just to give a broad view of the conditions out here. This is just some of the coastal Bermuda grass growing along the side slopes here. It's one kind of a tip-off of having a sandy soil, because typically, from what I've noticed in the past, this type of grass will not grow to in this habit in a more fine-grained soil as it will on sand. I guess a good example of this is in the San Antonio area going southeast out towards Wilson County, Livonia, that area. You see the tall coastal growing out there as opposed to the rather dense, more bunched up